So this is video 8. Oh, video 9, alhamdulillah. Video 9. Okay, no, it's video 8. This is video 8. I was looking at something else. Anyway, so, oh, okay. So this is a resurrection, and so I can resurrect the family. Okay. The family of Jackob, the nation of Jackob, will be resurrected, inshallah. We're going to celebrate the resurrection. We're going to celebrate the resurrection. Ramadan 19th, which will be June 14th, 7/7, as it reflects the 1400 year mark. Okay, that will be Ramadan 19, June, Ramadan 19, 1438, which will be June 14th, 2017. That will be the resurrection of the nation of Jackob from the Ethiopian kingdom of Judah, the global nation of Judah. Okay, there's been a global nation, okay, of Jackob, the global nation of Jackob, from the Ethiopian kingdom of Judah. It will be the resurrection, to be followed by, we're going to observe the resurrection, as the resurrection will take place, as it relates to Revelation 12:12, okay, as it relates to that date, Muharram 3rd, which will be Muharram 3rd, which will be September 23rd. It will be Muharram 3rd, 1439, which will be Muharram, let me do it again. It will be Muharram 3rd, 1439, which will be September 23rd, 2017. That will be the actual resurrection. But we're going to observe it Ramadan 19, which will be June 14, as it relates to the 1400 year mark. Okay? Now, and Muharram 3rd, guess what it will be? It will be the New Year, Muslim New Year. The 3rd day of the Muslim New Year. And guess what that will be? It will be Eid. I think it will be Eid. I don't know. It might be Eid. No, I don't think it... I don't know. I can't remember. But it may be Eid. It may be Eid. The big Eid. Eid al-Adha, I think. So, it may be. I'd have to check the calendar. But it's definitely going to be the Muslim New Year. It will definitely be the 3rd day of the Muslim New Year. Okay? Now, as it was, Muharram 1st was the beginning of the 24,000 New Year cycle. Okay? So all these dates add up. Okay? They are not add up, but they're synchronized, and you got to know that. So they can't just put any timing anywhere and do anything and put it out of sync. Okay? That's how humanity gets out of harmony with the universe, when they get out of sync with the celestial time. Okay? So that's why, and Islam is in sync, and that's why they want to get rid of they want to get rid of Muslims and the Quran, so that, because Islam is in sync with the celestial clock as it relates to, the signs that are stated to be put in the heavens by Allah for mankind to witness and follow and to observe, as I say. But they don't want you to know that. They want you to think Islam is some type of paganism, when it's not. All religions, all spiritualities are in sync, must be in sync with the universe. Okay? In order to be one with the universe. And that's why you got to find your celestial power so you can be in one and harmonize with the universe. And then the thing is, too, certain events like this equinox, okay, this vernal equinox, okay, was very exceedingly powerful, to which volcanoes have been erupting. I think there are like 37, 38 volcanoes that are erupting simultaneously. I'm going to post a video tomorrow. You got to see it. It's 38 volcanoes in Africa, from Africa to Mexico to Australia to all over the world. 38 volcanoes have erupted as of maybe 2 days ago, right after the sometime, not short after the equinox. That's how powerful the energy is. So if you've been feeling fatigued, like I've been feeling fatigued, it's because of the energy, the powerful energy that's out here right now. But that's why we're harnessing it. If you hold back your inner energy, and use it to work, fulfill your dreams, do your praying, and then when Saturn is at the galactic center, when it's very powerful, the galactic center is a very powerful point. And that's going to be, no, it's not going to be the 29. I think it's going to be at 29 degrees. 29 degrees is at like 11. That's 11 representing the door. So it's a very significant date or time or position. So that's why on the 6th or the 9th of Rajab, 1438, and that's in the Eastern date and time. And in the Western date and time, it's going to be April 6th, which is 69, which is why his mother was sacrificed 69. And Michael Jackson started his music career in 1969. Okay? So that's another reason why they, had to sacrifice him, martyr him, So anyway, so 1969, no, the 69 or 96... 96 to the year when Biggie was taken, right? Okay, so and the 69 was when the mother was taken, right? Tupac's mother was taken, right? So anyway, so 69 is very relevant. These dates, okay? So it's a lot of energy in the universe. So when you engage with your loved one, your king or your queen, and I advise you to be married, okay, because you don't want to take on this energy and this celestial energy and do wrong with it. You don't want to do what I'm telling you. You don't want to engage with someone who's not been given to you by Allah, okay? That is, you don't want to do this if you're not married. You want to do this if you're married. Now, that's the only thing I'm advocating, is if you're married. Now, the thing is, you want to do something, though. You can care for, you can work on your dreams, your destiny, there's other ways to harness the energy. But I'm telling I'm telling everybody do something positive, but we want to put love in the universe. That's why I'm saying we're going to have this global cracking of the celestial egg, right? And that's the way we put love back in the universe, and at the same time harness the energy. Okay, that Saturn is all this energy that's being emitted, downloaded onto Earth. Okay, and that energy will give you power to aid you in opening up your crown chakra, which you really need to do. You got to do. All of it's relevant. The chakra system, so the astrology, as it relates to interpreting the energy, is what astrologers do. And they can't tell you your future because only Allah knows your future, but they can tell you what your energy is capable of. So that's why I advise you to, to learn about it. So anyway, so we're gonna have the Jubilee at the coronation. The Jubilee of the coronation. The Jubilee is going to be. The Jubilee is going to be, as I said, Ramadan 19, which will be June 14, 2017. And consequently, guess what? My birthday on the Eastern calendar, my birthday was Ramadan 797, which represents 7/9, September 7 month on the astrological calendar, but it was 9/9 as it relates to Aries and Ramadan. Okay, but the date is 9/7. That was the date 9/7 on the Islamic calendar. 9/7. It was March 28th on the sun calendar. Okay, the moon calendar was 9/7. The Islamic moon calendar was 9/7. So you have everybody has a moon birthday and a sun birthday. You want to find out your moon birthday? You have two birthdays, moon birthday and sun birthday. Go to your moon birthday. That will be on the Islamic calendar. Find the date. You just match up the date you were born and the year, and it'll give you the date. And you see that as your moon birthday. And then you have two birthdays. Okay, so that will be your sun birthday. Will be on the sun calendar, the Gregorian calendar. Okay. So anyway, we're going to celebrate the coronation on the moon calendar, which will be Ramadan 19, and on the sun calendar it will be June 14th. Okay. Ramadan is a holy time. It's when Shaitan is locked up. It's when the devil is locked up. It's holy time, fasting and prayer. It's when the Holy Quran came down to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. It's when he was received, when the angel Jibril brought him the Quran, the message, right? The Quran. Okay, so we're going to do that. It's going to be a global jubilee and a coronation, in anticipation of the coronation, which will be September 23rd, 2017, which will be Muharram 3rd, 1439, okay? And it will mark the 40-year period, right? The 40-year period from 1979 until 2017, right? No, 2000 and, was it 2000? Yeah, 2017, was it? It's a lot to think about. Let me double check. Yeah, 40 years. They represent. Oh gosh. I won't go there. I'll just omit that part because my mind is, I'm kind of tired right now of thinking about it. Is that right? Yeah, it represents 40 years. Exactly 40 years from 1979, which would be 1399 until 1439 is 40 years. From 1979 up until 2017 is 40 years. Okay? To which, as I said, Diana was sacrificed at 4 o'clock in the morning. Or so she said she passed at 4 o'clock in the morning, right? Okay. So anyway, so we're going to be celebrating that. Not the death of Diana, Allah. I mean, she was a beautiful, woman. And I pray to Allah that He will have mercy on her soul, okay? Because she really cared about humanity. One of the most beautiful things about Diana, Princess Diana, that I remember, or Queen Diana, that I remember, is what she said in one of her interviews, and she said it so genuinely when that piece of shit, the basher, said something to her, and she looked at him and she said, she said, somebody's got to love them. Meaning the humanity. Somebody's got to love humanity. So she gave her life. She was sacrificed because she loved humanity. She loved the root of humanity, from the root of humanity to the top tree of humanity. She loved the youth of humanity to the oldest aspects of humanity. She loved all humanity. So that is the most memorable thing I will always remember about Princess Queen Diana, along with her great beauty, is what she said. Somebody's got to love humanity, because it was apparent that the Vatican, the crown, English crown, because it's not the world crown, it's English crown, and the military branch of the commercial structure did not love humanity. They don't care about us, right? They don't really care about us, right? As the King of Kings so gave us the message, beat the drum for, to let us know they don't really care about us, meaning humanity. Okay, or any of tomorrow's generations, future generation. Okay, so claim your identity, claim your heritage, claim your spiritual nobility, claim your kingdom, know who you are, know what you are, claim your roots, humanity. That goes for my white brothers and sisters as well. Claim your fucking humanity. Claim your roots, I mean. Claim your roots. Okay? Now, as I said, the king, on behalf of the King of Kings, Michael Joseph Jackson, and myself, Queen of Queens, Phoenix from Adon, L. Jackson, and Prince Rogers Nelson, and our royal Ummah of the nation of Jackob from the Ethiopian kingdom of Judah. This show, mashallah, is dedicated to all of you. Okay? Now, well, it's for all of you. Okay? And Jackson's Green Ark is dedicated, as we said. The Jackson's Green Ark, on Jackson's Green Ark, we celebrate our differences while calibrating our humanity to harmoniously acclimate with our environment. Okay? I hope I got it all. I do so want to complete this video. Oh, good. Okay, and Jackson's Green Ark is dedicated. Jackson's Green Ark is always dedicated to following the legacy of my beloved King of Kings, Michael Joseph Jackson. Okay? And I will say, oh, one more thing I want to say before I hang up. Okay. Now, about that healthcare bill that passed. Okay? That healthcare bill, I'm glad it failed, alhamdulillah. And it's been stated, praise be to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, all the protesting, the women's march, the calling in to, your senators, your representatives, as I say, and the town meetings, and all of that has helped, to maintain and keep humanity, united and alive. So I'm glad that health care bill failed, because it was, and I'm glad it was it was pulled. It was pulled like Building 7 on 9/11. And look, 9/11 and Building 7, right? Okay, because 7 represents 7/11, right? Okay. So anyway, I'm glad that bill was pulled. That healthcare bill was pulled like the Building 7 on 9/11, because it was a scam. It was a scam larger than the Trump University. Okay, under such political atrociousness, that bill was to take money out of the pockets of those most vulnerable in its health care, how people were going to have to pay more to receive health care. They were going to have to pay more for in their deductibles, right? In their deductions, no deductibles, right? And what they would have to pay up front, right? Okay, to receive health care. Okay, and it was to save the insurance company's money, the $1 billion insurance company industry. It was to save them money, not the humanity. Okay, not those who voted for the Trump. Okay, so it was atrocity. It was to increase their deductible. Okay, and it was to decrease service for them as well. Okay, it was to make them. They would have had to pay greater not medical expenses, but greater greater amounts for their medications to the pharmaceutical companies, right? No, to the insurance companies, right? Okay, and now pharmaceutical companies were going to get wealthier, right? And these people were going to have to pay this, especially at a time when they are their most vulnerable, when they're sick, when they're weak, and 9 times out of 10 they didn't go to work. They hadn't gone to work for several days because they were sick. So if they hadn't gone to work for several days, then that meant their ability to pay the higher deductible was going to be very very difficult for them to pay that increase, right? I'm so glad it failed. And also, they were to pay, as I said, they were to pay it at the most vulnerable time in their life when they're sick and they probably hadn't gone to work because of their illness. So it was an increase for the insurance companies and the pharmaceutical companies. Okay, and at a time when the people would not have the greatest challenge to be able to pay that deductible, so they would have a greater time to seek medical attention. Okay, so as I said, it was a scam, just like Drumpf University, and because the people wouldn't be able to afford that, as I said, the needed health care to enable them to go back to work. Okay, such a national policy would have further empowered the insurance companies, the Wall Streets, the bankers, right? At the expense of the most vulnerable people, the sick, the elderly, the newborns, and the next generations. All right. So it was and not only the next generation, but the next generation, because why? Because their mothers would not be able to stay home with them after they gave birth, right? Like they get what, 6 weeks parental leave, paid parental leave or something like that. Now, but if they have the baby, right, they got to go back to work right after they have the baby, right? I think that's how it works. That's how it works. So a lot of things were going to be removed. A lot of benefits were going to be removed from the American population under the Obamacare, right? Okay. And next on their agenda is a gift of tax breaks for the or tax shelters for the bank mobsters, right? Okay, that's pacification for the crying bankers who are losing so much money because they're already not fucking paying taxes, right? So now give them incentive to pay even less than nothing, right? Kind of like Carson's statement about the black people who were brought here from, not black people, let's say those nations of, those who were born of the nation of Jackob, from the kingdom of Ethiopia, who were brought here on the bottom of slave ships and brutalized, and many jumped overboard in the Middle Passage. Millions of them jumped overboard in the Middle Passage because they didn't want to immigrate here, right? To a better way of life, right? Leave their kingdom, okay, to come here in America and have a better way of life, right? So they were immigrants, and they worked for, and many who were came here on the Mayflower, right? They work for less than, many times they work longer and less than those who came over than those who came over on those who of the nation of Jacob who came over on at the bottom of the slave ship. Okay, so that's what the kind of health care that or the tax break that the not the abomination, but the Drumpf is trying to give to the bankers to pacify them. Give them a tax break that is greater than paying no taxes. Now they got to pay less than nothing. Okay, like the immigrants, slaves who were brought over here, taken from their napped. Who were napped to come over here to be immigrants. They were napped to be immigrants and put on the bottom of slave ships. Okay, to come over here to have a better life as slaves. Okay, so that's kind of like the Drumpf's tax policy. Okay, for paying nothing, and the immigrants who came over in Mayflower who worked for less than nothing, compared to the immigrant slaves who came over here on slave ships who worked for nothing. The immigrants who worked for less than what the slaves worked for. The immigrants who came on the Mayflower worked for less than nothing, but the slaves who worked, they worked for less than the slaves who worked for nothing. So the immigrants from the Mayflower worked for less than nothing. Okay, and is comparable to the Drumpf's tax credit given to the bankers who already pay nothing. Okay? So they're the new immigrants. Anyway, who pay nothing, who get paid less than slaves, who pay taxes less than who are to pay taxes less than, no, relative to what the slaves paid. Anyway, so I want to say Salam alaikum to Prophet Muhammad alayhi salam. Salam alaikum to all, sallallahu wasalam. Salam alaikum to all the prophets alayhi salam. Salam alaikum to the Sahabas radiallahu anhu, radiallahu anha. Salam alaikum to the martyrs. Salam alaikum to the King of Kings, Michael Joseph Jackson. Salam alaikum to my mama baby Hamza. Salam alaikum to my dad. Salam alaikum to all my ancestors, and salam alaikum. So I love you all, and salam alaikum to all of you, the ummah. Love you all. Salam alaikum.